is what the greatest thing about sports is. You play to win the game. Hello? You play to win the game.
Winning isn't everything, but it's the only thing. In our business, there is no second place. Either you're first or you're last.
Ain't this what they've been waiting for? You ready?
And now, the W with Walls and the Crew.
Good morning.
Where winning isn't everything, it's the only thing. On 100.1 FM.
Good morning.
And Facebook Live.
Good morning. Good morning. Right back like we never left. Another Saturday morning with the W Show, Kansas City, talking sports and pop culture. If this is your first time checking us out, we greatly appreciate it. Thank you for making us a part of your Saturday morning. We're back for another Saturday.
Yeah.
I'm excited about this Saturday. Want to know why?
Why?
Chiefs are 2-0.
Of course. Came here in all your red.
Oh, you noticed that? I try sometimes.
Looking like Santa Claus.
Sometimes. All the time.
Haters. How was you guys' week? How'd it go this week?
It was good, man.
Really?
It's been a long work week so far.
It has. Seems like all my days are running together.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm trying to figure out today's Saturday or Monday or what.
I feel like the Thursday night game really made it all go by fast and blend together.
It did. It really did. That. Now, what do you guys do on Sunday? You watch football still?
A little football, but I'll be working.
Oh, okay.
We'll be outside. No T, 2 S's. Outside.
Man, we got a lot to talk about on today's show. Coming up in a little bit, we're going to talk some Thursday night football. Chiefs Chargers recap. We'll hear from Chiefs head coach Andy Reid and also QB Patrick Mahomes. We'll see what their thoughts were on the game last Thursday as they defeated the Chargers, which brings them to 2-0 as they'll have 10 days off until they head to Indianapolis to face the Colts. And fans, they can now place a deposit on tickets for the new KC Currents, the Riverfront Stadium. Say that 10 times fast. The Riverfront Stadium, which is going up here in 2023. So if you're wanting tickets, you're wanting suites,
Dibs.
Contact them. You gonna get some tickets?
Yeah, dibs for sure.
Okay. All right. NFL running back Adrian Peterson, he was knocked out actually by former NFL running back Le'Veon Bell in a boxing match, exhibition boxing, but it didn't look too exhibitionist to me, if that's a word.
Somebody should put those little birds flying around his head.
Man. Speaking of birds, a little birdie told me that Steph Curry is getting $1 billion bag from Under Armour.
Yes, indeed.
Big bag.
Man,
I need to fall in his ecosystem.
Big B. And coming up in about 30 minutes, we'll have our sneakers of the week during our Hater to Love It segment. Let's get to today's headlines.
And now, here are the biggest sports headlines from this week. We bring them to you every Saturday morning on the W with Walls and the Crew on 100.1 FM and Facebook Live.
A little Thursday night football action, Chiefs versus Chargers. Let's hear from Coach Andy Reid and what he thought about the game first.
All right. As far as the injuries go, we've got a couple. Mike Dana strained his calf, and then, really for the most part, that was it. Hardman hurt his ankle on the one deep one. Scantling had a little bit of a glute. All these guys came back in. Justin Watson on the onside kick hurt his shoulder just a little bit. So, but listen, all in all, great win. For whatever reason, we like to keep it real close with these guys, and they're a heck of a football team. So glad we came out on the right end of it. The crowd was phenomenal, and they just kept bringing it and bringing it. I thought our defense kept bringing it and bringing it, and especially the second half. Everybody, the thing I'm probably most proud of was we all stuck together, and nobody was pointing fingers at each other. And then you have the Watson and Watson thing too. One new player and one young player step up and make huge plays for us. So, and then listen, Boomer got to see his first game in Arrowhead. Huh? He's been doing it a couple of years. So I'm glad he's here. Anyways, with that, time's yours.
For whatever reason, what do y'all think the reasoning was that we keep on playing it close with these guys?
I mean, the Chargers are good. Like if you put the Chiefs defense, and I'm not talking about offense, I'm talking about defense. If you put the Chiefs defense on one paper, and then put the Chiefs defense or the Chargers defense and Chiefs defense, comparing the two, the Chargers defense is much better. I mean, they have two perennial guys down front, especially with Khalil Mack. He's a legit all-pro. Then you have Bosa, who is another all-pro, both Pro Bowlers. Then you have a bunch of guys on the back end, great cornerbacks. So you're looking at that defense; they can't do anything but get better. And to me, the Chiefs lost that game.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm just being quite frank, and because if you look at how they were, I mean, they were 4 for 4 on fourth down. They were basically manhandling the Chiefs. The Chiefs didn't have an answer on defense. You saw Rashad Fenton get torched by Mike Williams. And one thing I can say, a positive about this, is if you guys remember back last year to Cleveland when Jamar Chase torched the Chiefs in the first half, they made in Cincinnati. Yeah, they made no adjustments. Right. This year, Steve Spagnuolo made some adjustments. He started doing the zone. We're not going man anymore. And they held Mike Williams in the second half. So the adjustments were made at halftime on both the offense and the defense. So, but they were getting beat in the first half. And Patrick didn't play a great game.
He played a decent game. I think I think their defense is just really good. I predicted the Chiefs to win, but even just watching the game, I didn't feel like they would win.
Yeah.
I think going into the fourth quarter, I was expecting the momentum to really stay on the side of LA, and it was really kind of a stalemate pretty much when you got to the fourth quarter. But I felt like their defense was just gonna like pummel the Chiefs at one point. But I mean, it just speaks to the greatness of Patrick, just being able to create. But then I think the defense stepped up some. I don't want to make Keenan Allen's absence an excuse.
It made a difference, huge difference.
Yeah, but I think it made somewhat of a difference. It looked like early on the Chargers stalled a little bit. It felt like the timing was off. Number 5, I keep forgetting his name, but it seemed like Palmer. It seemed like him and Herbert really wasn't on the same page early, and I think that hindered them a little bit. Because I think that stalled like 2 drives in either the first or the second quarter. But I agree wholeheartedly. I think the Chiefs didn't win that game head and shoulders above like they normally do. But then I definitely think the Chargers defense gets better. And I think that's a scary point for the AFC West because we're looking at, I mean, really all passing teams. We don't know what Denver's going to look like, but
and then I don't want people to get confused. Like when I say Patrick didn't have a great game, he can't always have great games, right? Like he can't always throw 4 touchdowns, 300 plus yards. Like there's got to be some grind out. I mean, we talk about how tough the AFC West is. He can't always just go out there and dominate. And I think this is one of the games where he didn't. And so when you look at how this offense played, he still last week against Arizona, he still had he threw to 9 different targets, 9 different receivers. This week, 10 different receivers caught a pass or 10 different targets. So, I mean, he's spreading the ball around, and I hate to bring it up, but you can tell there's a void there. You can tell there's no blow the top off, right? Without Tyreek Hill. But he's still able to figure it out. And I feel like if this season, if they're able to win 11, 12 games, he deserves, and I know it's early, he deserves an MVP vote at least, because to be able to lose your playmaker, arguably the best receiver in the NFL, I mean, he's out there to be able to do it. And I had a chance, and we have the video, but I had the chance to ask Patrick after the game about, you know, when he's faced great defenses like this, he's normally used his legs. You know, when they were down, he tried to do it himself, make something happen. Let's hear what Patrick had to say about my question.
Yeah, I mean, I try to trust in the offensive line. I think they did a great job, and there was times where I was going to run and guys popped open. I think the one that Trav, I was getting out, I was thinking about running, and Trav was wide open. We got to work on him going straight sometimes. I know he usually makes guys miss, but just turn and go straight and then get in the end zone. The one to Watson, same thing. I was scrambling, about to get ready to scramble. Guy got open. And then the one down in the red zone. I mean, a lot of big plays happen where I was getting ready to scramble and run and do stuff like that. But, I mean, defenses know. I mean, they know that I can run as a quarterback, not a running quarterback. I can run as a quarterback. And so they account for that, and they do stuff, and they have guys that are ready to come up and make plays happen. And whenever it's there, I'll take it. But if there's guys on the field, I'm going to get it to those fast guys and let them make plays.
Yeah, he said, you know, defenses know. I mean, they figure it out. And he talked about, because he was asked the question about the interceptions. Like, you know, there were some interceptions that could have been, but they weren't. He said, I must be living right, because, you know, they ended up dropping them. But he talked about the looks that he got. And he said all game, the safety was coming down. And this one time, the safety dropped out and the cornerback peeled off. And that's when he got that interception. And so he's like, they just got me. He said, I wasn't really expecting it because of what they had been doing all game. And that was just one time that they got me. But I think, you know, the patience is there. You can see it. He's trusting in his team, which, I mean, great quarterbacks do. But I just don't want him to go away from,
and I think him not scrambling a lot, and I'd really hate to put maturity on that, but you see the maturity in it. Like, I think he thrived on broken plays a lot, and not necessarily broken plays, but just being able to like improvise because nothing was there at first. But you saw a lot of him in the pocket more, especially in the first half. I thought that was kind of like surprising to me, because I would figure with both of those DNs, you know, screaming, I thought they would run the ball more, and I thought you would want to protect Patrick more. And
he mentioned that Clyde ran well. We played well. They starting to figure him out. Like, get him in the passing game, get him in. Yeah, and then he's playing.
Yeah, I don't think they have that back. Like McKinnon, yes, I think he's a nice change of pace, but Clyde,
you still not so.
I don't know, because it's just
playing well to me,
but
better than I thought initially.
No, yeah, definitely.
Because I've been high on Pacheco.
Definitely better, and I think Pacheco it'll take him a minute again, really, to get acclimated, and really get the chemistry down. I think it's just tough for Clyde to live in the shadow of Kareem, and there's a huge shadow there, and just even the backs historically, just over the last 10 to 12 seasons with the Chiefs, I think it's really tough to see that. But I think my question to you is, are you confident in the offensive line this season?
If they were able to get out of that game, right? They were able to. You look at Orlando Brown, who's and all these guys across the board, not only Orlando, but the wide receivers, Patrick, they all have something to prove. They're all coming in, and I say this each and every week, they're coming in with kind of a chip on their shoulder. Like, even post game, and Patrick's talking. I'm gonna get to your question in a second, but Patrick's talking and said, you know, pro football focus, they're probably gonna have my grade lower this week, whatever kind of mic drop moment. But the offensive line, I think they're solid for what they can be, right? Like, there's their second year playing together. 3 of them are second year players. When you look at Creed, you look at Trey Smith, and those guys. So I think they're good enough. I mean, you don't have to be a great offensive line to get to the Super Bowl. You just got to be, you know, middle of the road. Let your quarterback and the rest of your offense do it. And so I think they're fine because you're not going to face a better defense than what you faced with Khalil Mack and Bosa last week.
And I think that was part of my question too. Is like I don't know if they face a defensive line like that with that type of firepower.
Yeah, I mean you got Buffalo with Von Miller. Trying to think of. I mean you got Tampa Bay still. You still have the Raiders. You still got to face LA again. Denver has tried to play well. So I mean, you're going to face some guys, but you're not going to face an LA defense. That front guys, defensive line. No, you're not going to face guys like that. Because they're not going to play Cleveland. Yeah. So, and I think they have one of the best defensive lines as well. So, I think they'd be solid.
Somebody who wasn't solid, Adrian Peterson, knocked out by Le'Veon Bell in boxing match. Let's see what happened.
Night. Yeah. Night.
What does Steph do? Was this
you
put him to bed?
Put him to bed. Yeah, man. These guys, look, Le'Veon Bell, even when he was in Kansas City, he went out to, I can't remember the guy's name, but he's supposed while he was playing, he's supposed his boxing and sparring drills that he was doing. I'm like, can this dude really fight or is he doing it for exercise? But no, I sent the dude a message. I'm like, can he fight? He's like, dude has hands. Like he can really go. And so I mean, this may be something that he's trying, but I think he can just watching the whole fight, he can really fight. Adrian Peterson is just up there, and I know he trained for it, but still, sometimes all those muscles don't mean nothing if you ain't got technique.
No,
because he dropped that hand and it was just
I mean, boxing is a sport, and the technique that goes with it. You can't just come out and become the greatest pitcher in the world. Like you can't just come out and be the greatest right guard in the world.
Exactly.
And I feel like, being a running back and boxing, the footwork is somewhat similar.
Okay.
And that he's an athlete and being able to knock out Adrian Peterson is not surprising because
really?
This
big dude, you talking about 6'2", 240.
But no, because I remember you talking about him boxing back then and sparring and things like that. But Adrian Peterson, he's strong, but he probably ain't throwing punches strong.
I don't know, man. Like he's a big dude, and he's you said, he's strong. And I guess you catch him in the right spot, anybody can be knocked out.
Nah, that's definitely. And I see Adrian Peterson probably fighting a little more. I think he might want a couple of more dings to
redemption.
The head.
And that's you mentioned that too. Like these guys consistently get hit in the head.
Yeah.
So should be take a punch, but he dropped that left hand, and he looked like he was going and dropped the left hand and
overweight,
and it was a wrap.
I think it's the sound effects for me. Like anytime you hear that gasp, you just know it's over with. You might as well check on dude.
He popped right up like he didn't go night. We've seen some guys go night. Like man,
especially Pacquiao.
Well, not on Pac. We seen basketball. What was the dude that got knocked out by Nate Robinson?
Nate Robinson. Yes, I forgot about that.
Yeah. So
when is the anniversary of that? I want to laugh at that again.
So we've seen guys they had to bring out the smelling sauce for him. He popped right up. So
now fans can now place deposit on tickets in Casey Curran's new Riverfront Stadium. Q, what do you think?
I love it. I'm excited for the stadium. I'm ready to see what it looks like. Especially kind of seeing the area right now, and seeing how they're prepping and planning it. But I drove past that area last week, and they've built so much over there since last summer. It's like
apartments.
It's crazy how that it's built up. So just even seeing that development, I want to see what the stadium looks like, and especially in Kansas City. I mean, the last time we experienced a new stadium was at the Sporting Stadium.
Sporting,
yeah. And that was 12 years ago, 10, 12 years ago. So I'm ready to see the new energy that comes with this current stadium. Jazz, are you putting out a deposit for tickets?
No, I'm serious. I think I really want to definitely tap into it. And I think it's awesome opportunity with the draft coming. I feel like there's been so much energy around that. But then, like, again, back to women's sports and supporting women's sports, I think this is perfect timing to bring it here too next year.
I think just not only from a sports standpoint, but just what it's going to do for Kansas City. Like you're getting a venue that's downtown. You're getting a venue that's going to not only make the city look good, it's going to help the skyline. It's going to concerts, like outdoor events. It's supposed to hold, I think, 11,500. So it's gonna be nice. It's really gonna be nice because all of it's gonna be state of the art. Like they're not gonna build something. When you look at sporting, like there's no bad seat. If you guys haven't been to a sporting game, I recommend you go. But it's gonna be similar to that where there's no bad seat. And they're able to do. I think they have some football high school footballs. They had games. They had graduations there, and so it's gonna be super nice.
Not gonna look like those antiques off I-70.
Yeah, and the good thing about it too is the team is good.
Yeah,
like
top of the league right now.
Yeah.
And like for them to be able to have something to call their own, because I feel like right now, like even the home games, you're going in somebody else's house, like it's still Sporting Stadium. But for them to have like that home area and like the energy that it'll bring with them being so good, I think the atmosphere will be dope.
Yeah, and I think it's gonna be so much more swaggy than that Sporting Stadium.
You think so?
Yeah.
The colors go crazy, like the teal and everything. I think they could do a lot with it.
Yeah, and just how Sporting is built. And I think theirs is gonna be similar to where you're sitting in it and it's not a dome, but like how it's built over.
Yeah.
If it's raining, the field gets wet, but none of the people get wet, which is super cool.
Heck yeah. Now, Peyton Manning couldn't contain his disappointment as Broncos rookie head coach totally botched his late game clock management. Hate it or love it.
I love it.
Yeah, I love it. But I really like Peyton, they do the Manning cast or whatever. It's cool like to see quarterbacks kind of talk about we hear it from what's on Fox, Joe, like not Joe Buck but the other guy either way not Troy Aikman, but guys, former quarterbacks that are able to like to call plays while they're happening. Tony Romo. Yes, I don't know how his mind, but guys that are able to call plays while they're happening, right before they happen. That Manning cast is dope. Let's hear from him because he was really dope.
Now we got fourth and five. Fourth and five is doable.
We got 3 timeouts, E. I might use one right here, E. Let's use one.
doubt.
Let's talk about this one. They're gonna try to draw. They can try to draw them off sides. Might try to draw them off sides, E.
You don't have that much time.
Snap count?
You don't want to waste that much time, I don't think. Running a play. They look unsettled. Sutton doesn't know what he's doing. Hurry up. Time out.
What the? So you just burned 30 seconds to call a timeout? Oh my God.
A lot of time wasted right there to call a timeout, Pate.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Because even now, if you get 5 yards, I mean, you still got 2 timeouts, but you gotta get some yardage.
They're gonna kick it.
Kick what?
They're kicking it right here.
Kicking the field goal right here.
Hold on.
Oh,
How far?
they're kicking
Let me see how far this is.
62-yarder, 63-yarder.
What?
I'm standing up for this one, E.
Here we go. You gotta do it. What color is that sweater, Paige?
Everybody
Is
else
that
is
pink?
making you from 60 plus.
Good time to ask.
Seattle gonna ice. Seattle's gonna ice. There's his practice kick.
He missed. Good.
Good practice. It had the distance.
Good for him. Good for him. He can make it. He's got the leg.
Oh, this is the age of the kicker, Peyton. These guys are knocking 60-yarders that's hitting the back of the net. You know, when you first came to the league, wasn't nobody kicking those 60-yarder. Even at the end of the game, they were throwing the Hail Marys.
The Hail Marys that always got intercepted too, and Gave you 3 interceptions on the day. I like the kicking
Now,
approach. All right.
He got this. Started at the right upright.
That just goes to show you, like, we talk about all the time of like new to teams. We see these guys that start the new season, don't go into training camp or anything like that. Their coach has to trust in their quarterback. Like, end of the game, 60-yarders, or you're five yards away from a first down, go and get the first down. Like, you got Russell Wilson, a guy that's won an MVP, that's won a Super Bowl. Come on, man. You got to trust in your quarterback. You've got to. I'm sorry.
A rookie head coach, he wasn't prepared for that situation, which it goes to show, like, the Bill Belichick's, the Andy Reids of the world, how just elite they are, not only from experience, but just from a strategy perspective.
Yeah, you got to. He lost him that game, and I mean, granted, your kicker is supposed to make that kick. He's supposed.
Yeah,
that's a walk in the park.
A 60-yarder.
Yeah, you got to make that.
I wouldn't call it a walk in the park.
That's a walk in the park. You got to make that kick. Like, no pressure. Come on, make the kick. I guess I'm just too used to Harrison Butker out there. You know what I'm saying? So, we don't have those issues.
Steve, stop it. Let's stop it, because I was waiting for you to walk into that. I knew you were going there, but no, stop it, because Harrison Butker has problems in 30 yards.
Yeah, but anything beyond, that's what I'm saying. Anything beyond the 40-yard mark, he's ice.
No, inside of 30 yards should be a walk in the park. Stop it, Steve.
But he's got a big leg, and I think he should be able to make that kick.
Now we're going to take a quick break. Coming up, we'll discuss Leonard Fournette and Micah Parsons beefing over hit on Twitter. Keep it locked in. This is the W Show. We'll be right back.
You're tuned in to the W with Walls and the Crew, where winning isn't everything. It's the only thing. On 100.1 FM and Facebook Live.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?
Come spin with us, Kansas City. KC WeSpin 360 is the coolest 360 video spinner experience for events. KC WeSpin 360 is taking it to the next level. The 360 video spinner platform rental will be the life of the party. Everyone will be talking about their 360 video experience while bragging about it on their social media pages. The captivating slow motion and reverse effects will have your guests feeling like celebrities. The KC WeSpin 360 video spinner can capture slow-mo videos, GIFs, and boomerangs from every angle. Specializing in corporate events, weddings, social gatherings, bar bat mitzvahs, school events, and fundraisers, KC WeSpin 360 can be found online at kcwespin360.com. Come spin with us, Kansas City!
Don't be depressed, frustrated, or stressed because of the loss of a loved one. Golden Gate Funeral and Cremation Services is here to assist you with a smooth, stress-free transition. It doesn't matter how your loved one transitioned, we will offer you a memorable celebration to your liking. We are a family-friendly, full-service funeral home right here in the heart of the city, offering affordable cremations and package pricing and quality service. Call us when you need us. 816-231-GATE. That's 816-231-4283. There's only one Golden Gate, located at 2800 East 18th Street, Kansas City, Missouri. Exchanging your grief for a golden experience.
Are you ready to take your gaming experience to the next level? Max Adrenaline Mobile Video Gaming is here to offer the best mobile entertainment that includes video games, laser tag, and karaoke. Our mobile video game theater offers a 33-foot climate-controlled luxury RV with 5 gaming stations, and we can accommodate up to 20 players at once. Are you looking for entertainment at your next event? Well, look no further. We'll come to you. Specializing in birthday parties for all ages, sports events, team building, corporate events, school functions, holiday parties, and more. We're here when you need us at 816-897-0509 or maxadrenalinekc.com.
You're tuned in to the W with Walls and the Crew, where winning isn't everything. It's the only thing. On 100.1 FM and Facebook Live.
Remember to interact with our show. Use hashtag talk about it. Message us, and we'll talk about whatever topic you want. Now, Leonard Fournette and Micah Parsons beefing over hit on Twitter. Let's see what happened during the play first.
Yeah, that was, I wouldn't call that dirty, but I mean, it's football. You always got to have your head on a swivel. Oh, who cares?
Yeah, but he was engaged.
Who cares?
Leonard Fournette should be careful with that. Because that
Well, yeah, but it's kind of a bang bang thing. Like he was hitting the hole. He saw Micah Parsons coming, and guys like that, sometimes you just got to let them know you're there.
You got to let them know you're there, and then sometimes you're not even thinking, you're reacting.
Yep.
Especially on the football field. But again, he's got to be careful because that exchange, jeez Louise.
Yeah, but do you think Micah Parsons would take it easy on Leonard Fournette if he was getting tackled by one person and he wasn't going down?
Not anymore.
No, but before that, though, yeah, I know not anymore. But like before that, if Micah Parsons if he's like somebody's holding him up
before that, possibly. I don't know Micah Parsons like that, but I would, judging from his reaction, maybe not.
Yeah.
But not anymore.
But to bring the beef to Twitter, do you think it was that serious, Q?
Yeah.
Micah Parsons tweeted, "Now go watch the tape and see what happens. When it was me and him one-on-one, you hit someone not looking, you're straight up blank." And then Fournette opted not for words, but to respond with a gif. The crying Jordan meme.
That is hilarious.
Yeah. I mean, look, that's the thing about it is if you're going to take it to Twitter, you're going to get what you get. Get the response that you get. And sometimes some people are a little bit more witty than you.
And then speaking of dirty plays, did the Bosa play when the lineman was pulling him down? Did you take that as dirty?
I didn't see it. I didn't even see it.
Oh, you didn't see it during the game?
I didn't see it. Oh, right. Yeah. Nah. They didn't end up calling roughing the passer. They said that the lineman pulled. No, it wasn't. That was. I mean, Patrick's got to move out of the way.
Yeah, because Chiefs Twitter was calling that a dirty play for like they were calling it a dirty play last night.
That was within the frame of the play. Like he was.
No, he was definitely pulled down. Yeah.
So
fair. Now Steph Curry is getting $1 billion bag from Under Armour.
Ooh, I love it because Steph is worth it. Like he's not only I've been saying this for the past 10 years. Like I was on a Twitter Spaces. This was probably like a year and a half ago, and someone was like, "Well, who is the face of the NBA?" And people got on there and were like, "Oh, well, LeBron." Then some people said, "Oh, KD." I'm like, "No, it's Steph Curry." And when you think about who the face of the league is, you got to think about, who sells merch, who little kids want to be like. Every little kid and their mom wants to be like Steph Curry. He's significantly changed the game, changed the way that it's played. Everyone is shooting more threes now because of who? Because of Steph. And not only that, he has fun playing. So there's a reason why he's getting $1 billion, and because he's going to be able to sell sneakers and sell merch.
Yeah, definitely. He's just one of those guys that it feels like his talent doesn't decline. So being able to add whatever he's going to add to the wheelhouse that's going on over at Under Armour, I want to see it. Like I want to see if he has a creative team that can really push something forward. Because again, like, yeah, he might be one of the more influential players in the NBA and probably across sports.
Yeah.
But Under Armour's not Nike.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
I agree. I agree. But you got to think about what Under Armour's doing, like how they're moving, and they're navigating the retail space, and then navigating the athletic apparel space. I mean, they've gotten The Rock, they've got his brand pushed out there, and now they're coming and because when Steph's shoes first came out a few years back, everybody was like, "Nah, those aren't it. Those don't look the part."
A lot of kids had them,
and now they're moving more into the lower cut, which a lot of the guards have now. Which I could never wear those when I was hooping, but anyway, they're moving to more of the lower cut, the wild colors. They don't look like traditional Under Armour sneakers. And so I think that's, they're moving in that space, but I think he'll be able to sell a lot more than
No, he'll
than
definitely
Nike.
be able to sell, but I'm wondering what consists of that billion I think outside of apparel.
Oh, yeah.
Like shoes and workout clothes, yeah, but I feel like there might be something else in that mix.
But it's a lifetime deal though too.
That's what I'm
So-
saying. Like you got it for life, so yeah.
And I'm interested to know how that will be broken up. Like as far as payment goes, do you get here's $100 million up front, and then over the next 10 years you'll have another 100, and then after that it's kind of like bonuses and
I mean it's a lot of production in there. So
Yeah,
again, I mean you're talking about
commercials,
shoe design.
Yeah.
So you're paying designers,
Yeah.
probably engineers and different people to test out the products. It's gonna be broken down sweet, and especially for whoever falls in that ecosystem. So hopefully he's looking for a DJ somewhere in there.
And how much more time does Steph have in the league? I mean, he's 34.
He's got a lot more time.
Not much.
I mean, maybe he might not want more time, but I mean, Steph will probably play into his 40s.
You think?
I can see it.
You think?
Yeah.
Man, look. I know you can always shoot whatever, but look, the NBA is changing. Like you look at from how the NBA
how much
was.
is it going to change? I think
because
well, and I think the point I want to make is that he's a smaller body, so you're not looking at like a LeBron where you're putting 260 pounds on
True.
those hips and knees
True.
and ankles
True.
all the time.
True.
And I mean, Steph has his injuries,
Yeah.
and it's usually lower leg for the NBA,
Ankles, both of them.
but like he's such a small guy. I feel like he's gonna last a little while, and 35 now. Yeah, I could see him 41, 42 retiring.
And you don't really look at him right now and see like, oh, he's getting old or he's getting up there. Like you still see him as a young energy.
He still looks like 20.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't know, man. Because look, that team isn't always gonna be together.
No, it's
right?
not always gonna be together.
And when you start losing and your kids start getting older, like you're like, man, I got other stuff I could be doing than coming here fooling with y'all for this.
Especially when you got $1 billion rolling.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, you start thinking a little differently.
But is Steph more like Tom Brady and abandon his family? No, I'm playing.
But no, I think within that model, they could do like some Under Armour basketball camps where Steph tours. It could be a lot of stuff within that deal, and then it's worldwide too. So
yeah,
definitely. Now, Phoenix Suns owner Robert Sarver suspended and fined $10 million after investigation finds conduct clearly violated workplace standards.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks.
Yeah.
Man, I just don't agree with the suspension. I mean, you look at the former Clippers owner. Well, who was that? Donald Sterling. How they made him sell the team.
Yeah,
that should have been this. They should have made him, sell. They should have made them sell the team. I mean, you're using derogatory language, that degrades people, right? Like, so I think that can't. No, because he used it. He's writing these same guys checks. He's writing black players checks
on multiple accounts, like 5 times. It's not just
and not showing any. I haven't heard him apologize. Have y'all?
I haven't seen anything super public that.
I mean, are we expecting him to apologize?
So my point. So that's who he is as a person. So with that being said, since that's who you are, that means you should not represent the NBA.
Yeah. And I think it's tough to compare it to Donald Sterling because I think Donald Sterling was so like polarizing because it was recorded. And
okay,
I even keep that akin to like Ray Rice. Like
video makes it
like Kareem Hunt's situation was worse because of video.
I agree.
Ray Rice
totally
situation
agree.
was
But it's
worse
in
because
writing.
of video.
Like you see
it
right in front of you. So how much more evidence and proof do you need?
And that's what I'm saying. Like, why is he able to say it at all on multiple occasions, but then still participate in the league? Like, participating in the NBA, in the NFL, in the MLB is a privilege, and everyone shouldn't have that privilege, especially people that are trash like that.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm glad LeBron and Chris Paul and others have spoken out about it.
And you know what though? What's going to happen too is he may be able to keep his team this season, but there's going to be every time the Phoenix Suns play, and they're good. They're not bad, so it's not going to go away. Every time they're on primetime TV, it's going to be brought up.
No, it's not.
No?
No.
Why not?
No, it's not.
You don't think so? You
No.
don't think the owner's name something's going to be brought up about it? Yeah, it's going to be brought up. Why not?
Recently, but probably after closer to Christmas, we won't hear a thing about it anymore.
I think the media will try to, once it's pushed under the rug, it'll be gone. I don't think they're going to keep on speaking on it.
I do. They're going to, especially if the players are still talking about it.
And that's what's gonna have to happen to the players, because again, the players aren't going to be on the broadcast speaking.
But you have former players that aren't about, Shaq and those guys are going to say some stuff.
You have all of that, but also the people that own their networks are probably best friends with Robert. And so I don't want you on my network causing controversy. Remember Colin Kaepernick as a troublemaker?
No. They allow those guys to cause controversy.
Look,
there's been some stuff that Shaq has said. There's been some stuff Charles Barkley has said that's
okay.
Kind of racy.
I'll do you one better.
What's that?
When the Patriots play, how often do they talk about Robert Kraft?
Never, but that's different because you don't have black guys.
No,
in the broadcast booth,
and also Brett Favre throughout his career being a terrible human being. No one really talked about Brett Favre. We hear about Brett Favre. It's how great he was, and he played a game after it. And so we hear about him now at heart, like barely in the news media, but in sports media, nobody's touching Brett Favre. Because why? Like why would they talk about their golden boy? And that's who Robert Sarver is. I promise you,
it's going to continue to be brought up.
Look. He's gonna end up throwing out the first pitch at the Super Bowl.
90% of the league is black. 90% of the guys that are talking basketball are black. He's going to step down. He's real. I believe he's going to end up stepping down. Chris Paul tweeted out, like many others, I reviewed the report. I was and am horrified and disappointed by what I read. This conduct, especially towards women, is unacceptable and must never be repeated.
Yeah, LeBron tweeted out something as well.
Yeah.
So but that's what I'm saying. Like the players are gonna have to make this a big deal. Like and what's crazy is Chris Paul was with the Clippers around that same time of Donald Sterling. So yeah, the players are gonna have to not play.
That's what I'm saying. Will Chris Paul say, all right, we're not playing until this dude steps down? And I think he's going to step down, and I can see that happening. But as long as he's not with the organization anymore, because as long as you're with the organization, that's what your organization represents.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and then also Arizona is known for its deep racism. So
really, I haven't heard that.
Yeah, but yes,
I just know that's where you go to retire.
Yeah,
I thought it was cool.
It's a lot of money there. Look, when it comes to big bags, it's a lot of racism attached to that.
Dang, Scottsdale, I really liked you.
Oh yeah. So we'll see, but I think he should be gone like last week.
Exactly. And I hate that. Why do we have to sit here and say the players are going to have to step down and everything? Why isn't it just the norm that we like that shouldn't fly? Or why does it have to take somebody sitting out for something to be done about it?
I think that's the way that it is, and that's the way. And I take it back. That's the way that it has been,
right?
And until someone that's not black steps up and says, "All right, what are we gonna do about this?"
And
they
aren't rushing to do that.
Right. Well, why? Because they got some skeletons in their closet that they don't want to come out. That's why. And so that's exactly why that is. Like, they're not going to say nothing because, what you got to say?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, I know this about you and I've heard this about you. So unless y'all want that to come out, you better sit down and be quiet and run your own organization. So.
Hate it. Cue the hate it. On that note, we're going to take a quick break. Coming up, we'll have our Hate It or Love It segment and kick it off with our Sneakers of the Week. This is the W Show. We'll be right back.
Into the W with Walls and the Crew, where winning isn't everything. It's the only thing. On 100.1 FM and Facebook Live.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?
Come spin with us, Kansas City. KC WeSpin 360 is the coolest 360 video spinner experience for events. KC WeSpin 360 is taking it to the next level. The 360 video spinner platform rental will be the life of the party. Everyone will be talking about their 360 video experience while bragging about it on their social media pages. The captivating slow motion and reverse effects will have your guests feeling like celebrities. The KC WeSpin 360 video spinner can capture slow-mo videos, GIFs, and boomerangs from every angle. Specializing in corporate events, weddings, social gatherings, bar bat mitzvahs, school events, and fundraisers, KC WeSpin 360 can be found online at kcwespin360.com. Come spin with us, Kansas City!
Don't be depressed, frustrated, or stressed because of the loss of a loved one. Golden Gate Funeral and Cremation Services is here to assist you with a smooth, stress-free transition. It doesn't matter how your loved one transitioned, we will offer you a memorable celebration to your liking. We are a family-friendly, full-service funeral home right here in the heart of the city, offering affordable cremations and package pricing and quality service. Call us when you need us. 816-231-GATE. That's 816-231-4283. There's only one Golden Gate, located at 2800 East 18th Street, Kansas City, Missouri. Exchanging your grief for a golden experience.
Are you ready to take your gaming experience to the next level? Max Adrenaline Mobile Video Gaming is here to offer the best mobile entertainment that includes video games, laser tag, and karaoke. Our mobile video game theater offers a 33-foot climate-controlled luxury RV with 5 gaming stations, and we can accommodate up to 20 players at once. Are you looking for entertainment at your next event? Well, look no further. We'll come to you. Specializing in birthday parties for all ages, sports events, team building, corporate events, school functions, holiday parties, and more. We're here when you need us at 816-897-0509 or maxadrenalinekc.com.
W with Walls and the Crew, where winning isn't everything. It's the only thing. On 100.1 FM.
Roger's cussing on Zooties anymore.
Remember to interact with our show. Use hashtag talk about it. Message us and we'll talk about whatever topic you want.
It's that time for Love It or Hate It.
Hate it.
If we love it, we talk about it. If we hate it, we move on.
Starting off our Sneakers of the Week, we have the Air Max 1 Crepe Hemp.
I actually like these. I just
they match my socks today.
The bottom of them, I saw that. The bottom of them, it's like I wish we had a picture of the bottom, but it's like not smooth. It's not a regular bottom. It's like it's kind of weird. Just go Google it and you'll see. But like it's kind of weird on the bottom of these. Other than that, they're really cool. I like the mint swoosh sign. Yeah, that's pretty dope too.
All the fall vibes today. My favorite's the Nike Dunk Low Next Natures. Those go crazy. You don't like
these.
Like
for
vomit.
A fall shoe?
Look like vomit.
I like
not
these.
The brown.
I'm loving them.
Steve, you know what you could do with these?
What?
You could do like a doo-doo brown suit.
No, that would go over well.
But no, that's what you could do, like a doo-doo brown suit, and then maybe like a mint shirt or some kind of like
could do a lot.
color. Yeah, you could do a lot with that. Get some like 70s vibes going.
They're just lows. Like I just don't like wearing lows with dress pants.
I get you.
Unless they like the kind of cropped kind where you don't wear any socks. But I just can't wear those with dress pants.
I'd
I
rock
got
them.
you.
Okay.
The Nocta Nike Hot Step Air Terra Black and Gold.
Drake.
These look very cheap.
If
What are
Drake can
these?
sell these, Steph can sell Under Armour. Enough of
I
them.
mean, I would buy Under Armour before these, and I need these are Drake's.
Yep. Knocked
I think he
the.
could have done better.
Yeah. They're like a mixture between like Air Max 94 5s and
some
like
XJ900s from Walmart.
Remember XJ900s? Yes, I remember those.
It's giving like work shoes, you know, when they're like you got to wear all black non-slips.
Yeah.
That's what it's giving.
This definitely is some restaurant shoes.
Yeah.
See, and that's genius. See, Drake needs to put me on his marketing team because then I would just talk to the cast of The Bear and say, hey, everybody, you wear these during filming.
What is The Bear?
Oh, you've never seen The Bear, the series?
Never seen The Bear.
It's
Netflix?
I don't think it's Netflix. I have to see what it's on, but it's a good series. It's about basically about a guy taking over a family restaurant, but he's like a world-renowned chef.
Oh, okay.
Coming back to make like beef sandwiches. So
Really?
It's a good show.
So restaurant for sure.
Mhm.
Definitely perfect for that.
Shows the back of the house, and I know you'd be familiar with that.
Yeah. Now Off-White Nike Air Force One Low Brooklyn.
These are dope. I'm feeling these,
decent.
especially the gray kind of shiny Nike swoosh. Yeah, these are fire. I wish I could have got these.
These I would have to see in person, but
They fire.
They look
They
all
are.
The pop.
They are.
The color pop.
Fire emoji. And if you're listening to us on 100.1 FM, remember you can watch us on Facebook Live and Twitter Live, a lot of social media live, to be able to see our sneakers of the week.
Yeah,
and see us too. See us in 4K, like my son would say.
Have you wore Air Force Ones with a suit?
I have not, but I've been thinking about trying it.
I did it. I did it at the Super Bowl.
You did. You did.
Yeah.
Oh,
Subtle flex.
maybe you did, because I was gonna say maybe
I
that
haven't
looks
worn-
nasty, but
I haven't worn
it
Air Force
might.
Ones with a suit. I've been thinking about some white Air Force Ones. I could make that work with something.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't want to seem like that kind with white
They
Air Force
just
Ones.
they look clunky.
Yeah.
Now Drake loses out to Carmelo Anthony in a 3-point shooting contest. Hate it or love it.
This is kind of funny just because seeing Drake shoot is like really funny.
Let's see what happens.
He might do it. He might do it. He might do it. He might do it.
Yeah, it's, you know what, when you see like Drake try to challenge these guys, these NBA guys, for money, it's like, come on, man, that's Melo. At the end of the day, like, come on, bro. He might not be able to shoot with a defender, but then Melo can always shoot. Like, that's one thing. His offensive game has always been fire. But like, come on, bro.
Drake's just living his childhood dream.
Right.
That's literally all it is. Like, remember he was in the Kentucky warm-ups and was just
yes,
throwing
I
up
remember.
bricks.
I remember. Yeah.
Like, geez, Drake, we get it. You like sports. You're friends with athletes.
Yeah.
Stay
Yeah.
out of my face.
Yeah.
Especially with your ugly shoes.
Yeah. If there was one team that you could like either rather run out to in a warm up with or like throw a pass in their warm up, what team would it be?
If I could throw a pass, it would. I mean, he's not in the league, but Antonio Brown.
Oh, really? Okay.
Hell yeah. Yeah. What? Do you know the comedy that would ensue? Like, geez,
Yeah.
Louise.
Jazz, who would it be for you?
I think I would have to go LSU just for the vibes. Like, you know how lit that would be to be out there in that stadium going crazy. The band hype. I'm going just for the vibes.
Yeah. Yeah. I could see that. Me, it's probably I just want to warm up at like Duke. Like Duke, North Carolina game.
Oh, you said where? I thought you said who.
Oh, no, well, who?
Okay.
I Duke, North Carolina, going through like I want to go do the whole, like, give me the warm up. I'm going through warm ups. I don't care what team. Actually, North Carolina with some dope North Carolina Jays on, and I'm in warm ups and I'm going through break, getting the sweat in. Yeah, you know how. And I want it to be at it has to be at Cameron.
Mm-hmm.
Have to be at Cameron, hostile environment. You get the Cameron crazies going. Oh yeah, yeah. That'd be it for me.
I mean, because I'm starting to get nostalgia. You start talking about that, because I'd want to go do some warm ups at like a Big East school, like a Georgetown or something like that.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that.
Now, the Cleveland Browns unveil Brownie the Elf as new midfield logo.
Comedy.
I love it.
Comedy. Hate it. Like, come on, man. The elf looks like you paint him in green and he belongs with, you talked about Santa earlier, he belongs with Santa. Like
the elf on the shelf, isn't that, that they
he's
do
angry though. Why is he so angry? I've never seen an angry elf.
Like you have an elf on the field, and then there's they're
bulldogs,
dogs.
Like dogs. Yeah.
Hate it.
Cleveland's got to get together on that. Yeah, that's trash.
Rams linebacker Bobby Wagner honored Kobe Bryant in season opener versus Bills. Hate it or love it.
Yeah, I know Steve loves this.
I love it. I love it. He wore the Mamba on his thigh pads, which is dope. He and Bobby Wagner's from LA too, so that Kobe was his childhood hero.
Oh, really? Okay. Yeah, I didn't know he's from out there, so that makes sense.
And I think that was clever because a lot of the guys like do tributes on their cleats and stuff, but on the thigh pads, that was different.
That was nice.
Mike Tomlin performs AB dance after Steelers overtime win versus Bengals. Let's see the dance.
Give me this step. I don't do the money the quickest. Meet me at the flying biscuits. Paul straight, not cricket.
Yeah, Mike. I love Mike Tomlin, man. Like he's been in like on social media a lot lately. From getting all of his team black talk about Air Force Ones. He got all of the team black Air Force Ones. They're all black. And he wore like an outfit with all black Air Force Ones, like to pregame or something. Mike Tomlin's that dude. I like Mike Tomlin. I wish I could play for him.
Look, I love it because he's able to put some of his personality out there. And just even the black Air Force Ones, that genius.
Yeah.
I love it.
Dwayne Wade not returning to TNT's NBA studio show. Hate it or love it.
I mean, I don't. It's
big time because I mean, it to me he makes, and he's not on the one with like Shaq and Kenny and those guys. He's on the other Tuesday night one or Wednesday, I think. But yeah, I wonder who they're going to get.
Yeah, I was going to say they might get somebody better because I don't know if Dwayne Wade really moved mountains for me on that.
Who do y'all see going in?
I don't know.
I would guess it would be a former player
like Ray Allen, somebody like that. But it has to be somebody that can draw in viewership.
Yeah,
that's kind of popular.
Because Ray Allen's not a draw.
Yeah.
Jesus Shuttlesworth is not.
Ryan Fitzpatrick says Tom Brady showed him zero respect. Hate it or love it.
I mean, that's just Tom Brady, like the competitor. We talk about MJ, we talk about guys like that all the time. And I think it was one like caveat to that. He said that the only time that he did was like the last, and Chiefs fans know this really well. The last, I think it was 2019 Chiefs Super Bowl year when the Dolphins needed to win for the Chiefs to be able to clinch, right? So like that's when after that game, Tom Brady, he said Tom Brady came up to him, was like, great game or whatever. And that was the only time that he ever like shook hands with him after a game.
Yeah, I mean, he better play football better.
Shaq picks Dennis Rodman as worst teammate, says he was a great player, but he made it hard. Hate it or love it.
I get that. I mean, that's a no-brainer.
Let's hear what he had to say.
Okay, so you gave me your favorite teammate. Who was your worst teammate? And why was he your worst?
Worst teammate? Dennis Rodman. He was a great player, but he made it hard. Like when you're trying to corral the guys together and then the people above you are letting this one guy do whatever he wants. And rightfully so. So we have to be there an hour before the game. He come in 50 minutes before the game, eating chicken and rice. Big ass plate of chicken and rice. While the coach is talking, he'll jump in the shower, cold shower, come give you 15 to 20 rebounds. After the game, don't take a shower and be in the club with girls that look like you.
Oh, nah. You can't take a shower pill, dog.
No, he didn't. Yeah, he just put his clothes on and go. I went to one of his parties one time. I was like, What? I thought I was the king of the club, but I went to one of his parties. I ain't never seen nothing like that before.
So this man was out smelling like 4 quarters?
Yes. And
my gosh. How do you go out after 4 quarters of basketball?
And they were all on top of him. He was kind of different, but you couldn't say nothing to him because the man gave you 20 rebounds.
You could say something. 20 rebounds don't mean nothing, my guy.
But at that time, like he didn't need. They needed that, and he was a bulldog.
Yeah.
But that just goes to show you can always get those people, whether it's in a regular workplace or sports or whatever, they can go out, be out all night, and come and perform the next day and be great at their job.
Pat Bev is gonna end up trying to be like Rodman.
Nah. Brian ain't having that. Brian ain't having that.
Save this clip when Pat Bev starts getting more ridiculous.
Man, we appreciate everyone who joined in on today's show. The comments, we love them. Keep them coming each and every week. Thank you for watching us another Saturday morning with The W Show. Remember, go like and subscribe to @The W Show KC on all your social media platforms. Until next week, have a great weekend. We are out of here.
Peace.
The views and opinions expressed on the W Radio Show by the host, co-host, guests, and call-in listeners are solely the opinions and responsibility of the original source who expressed them. They do not represent the opinions of the W Show, 100.1 FM, One Kansas City Radio, Sideline Sports Talk, Team Wall Street Foundations, or affiliates.